There's always behind every project of this nature, and it's nothing to shy away from. It had to be commercially successful. And to do that, it has to be popular. It's a shopping centre. It's fundamentally linked to the way in which people live their lives, and it's probably the next most visited sort of place outside of a house or where you live. You voluntarily visit these places, so it has to give something. What has happened has been a shift, really, the ambition going from purely commercial into one where it's a much more holistic approach. If one makes it appealing and uplifting for the human soul, it is likely to be more popular and therefore is likely to be commercially successful. You're allowed to engage with the natural environment like lights and air and vegetation in a way that most of these places have not done. This is re-establishing one's connection to the way in which the natural landscape works.
With Burwood Brickworks, we really sort of took a return to type to look at the large shed forms that have in the past provided natural light into buildings for large occupation. So the idea of the sawtooth roof was a really almost obvious solution to get really great natural light into a large volume space, allow people to connect with the outside world, but also it only uses the material it has to use. And that's pretty evident when you think about the really long, slender columns that hold up that sawtooth. They're exactly the amount of structure that we need to hold up that roof, but they're nothing more. So in a sense, there's a bit of a nod there to its environmental aspirations, but equally sort of, creating a really light and open volume that allows, when you think about biophilic principles, allows for nature that's happening on the rooftop garden to be incredibly evident, allows for large windows, and really it's a space that feels incredibly airy and natural. If you look up, you can see the sky through the sawtooth roof, looking past the solar panels, seeing how the sun's reacting with the building. One of the things also is you turn around to take a stairwell to the upper level. Again, that stair takes you around the back of the lift, back into the outside natural light, and back inside the building. So it's very important that this building's always connected to the environment.
So the entry experiences from the outside, the one that I find the most appealing is on the north side, where the building goes from its precast concrete expression. So that folds around and slides around behind the structure that becomes the sort of more eastern side of the building. But on your way through, you get to experience the aromas and a soundscape that allows you to sort of, it's melodic and it's interesting and it's activating a sense that is normally has jarring aspects about it, the echo of a big room, and it just takes on another ambience, and coupled with the aromascape, that's pretty interesting as well. The amenities. Now, amenities are made, again, a much more uplifting experience. It's a part of our lives. So in this instance, it's actually quite fun because you're also sharing the idea that water is collected on the building. There was a quest, if you like, to find recycled bricks that were from that site. The community was engaged in they were asked to get involved in writing little homilies and stories on the bricks, which are all part of the narrative and that sort of a medium for community engagement in making a building. Because in the end, buildings are made by hand, and this one is very handmade. That's the human condition of all the people it takes to make something like that, coming together with a common aspiration beyond just doing their day job. To actually make something of this significance is really, it's amazing to have been part of it.